And as of now, it seems like I don't know who's going to be picking who right now. Okay, Selena band going to be Comfort's Year Standard coming in. Sun band going to be from Binasic. You've watched yesterday's game thus far. You know, it seems like I agree with you here. Sun seems to be one of the meta picks here in the creator games Rise to Greatness.
Yeah, and you know, it's really tough to actually deal with some of these clones. So might as well don't even think about it. So just leave that pick away from the grasp of anybody else. Now, Papa definitely will need to use this band very wisely because you got to think about a vendetta. You got to think about export. Do you want it for yourself? Do you want to leave it for the enemies? And now Honda Biz is going to be questioned the same sort of sense. So there are going to be a lot of all these hot picks out there. And with the upcoming ban away, this is target ban. Binasic knows what they're doing. They have felt it before.
Oh, this is a little bit of a phobia coming from Binasic. You know,
I like it. I like it.
Day one, they respect it, but that just means export will be split into the side of Tercemar. However, Harley is up for grabs. That's going to be Chang'u taking his comfort picks here. This is something that Binasic is very happy about as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Saber going to be picked up again to pair it up with Painflix, who kind of brought it in previous games. So, Tercemar, they have to have a rough idea here. Do we want to prioritize on Hayabusa or the Saber, or do we let... They're kind of similar from both teams as well, but it seems like Popo and Kuba are going to be the first one here. Tercemar, do we pick Haya and Saber right now?
I think a Hayabusa alongside with a Roger is going to work pretty well. I gotta say that.
I think that's going to be Claudia playing, right? She's changed her in-game name. She used to be called Anna Mama on first date, Bagas now. I think that's Claudia.
Yep, exactly. Bagas DC is definitely her. So that's where Hayabusa, just like what I mentioned, is going to be locked right in. But you know what? The Cho is still available for Binasic.
Yep.
Saber is going to be okay as well. Now that they've already got, like, what, a sort of the assassin over the side of Tercemar, they can actually prioritize on either or. And then after that, they still will be able to actually get in one more pick for themselves right after this phase of the ban.
I agree. You know, Saber, it's a great pick to actually shut down the Hayabusa and potentially the Roger, but the biggest threat here is actually the Expo. How do they chunk away at the Firaga armor and also take him out here? Harley's not going to be able to do just that. They've got one pick of potential. Are they going to bang on the fact that, hey, Harley's going to be enough and we focus something more sustainable in this sense? Maybe Baxia, or maybe even a Yu Zhong, or maybe even... They picked the Link for themselves, so they're a little bit afraid of... you know, maybe losing out the Link later on. But if you think about it right now, based on the drafts coming from Tercemar, they don't exactly have strongest heroes to deal with Link.
I agree. Like, overall, there's nobody to really give chase other than Roger once he does turn into the Lycan form. But other than that, you still need someone to also give some support to the export that's always going to be starting off some of all these fights. Then maybe you should look at the Saber once again, because that's definitely that sort of type potential. Double assassin is definitely the usual way to go throughout the entirety of the creator games.
Agreed. But as of now, they have the option, right, from Binasic. You know, they have to pick the Gaja because I'm pretty sure Tercemar, they want it for themselves. But at the same time, if they do pick the Gaja, means they do have a very, very weak front line. So Binasic, do they want to take the chance of denying their pick away, or do they just go for something comfortable? Seems like it is going to be Yuri on the Sylvana, which kind of worked out. You know, it's great against Hayabusa, it's great against Roger, but Xbox 50-50 for me. 50-50.
And it's also to prevent from a Cho pick as well.
Agreed.
So instead, they go in for the Lunox. Very, very wise choice because you can dodge the Harley, you can dodge the Link as well, or anything being thrown right. That just with a snap of a button, go in for the Order of Brilliance. So, final pick. Now that they do quite a significant damage, maybe a little bit more of a supportive role could actually help a lot, unless there's going to be Xbox support.
Yeah, this is going to be an Xbox support for sure, coming from the Tercemar. But now, they need another frontliner, or maybe even a creep push.
Atlas! Okay.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it.
The problem here is, how effective can an Atlas get? Because I'm not assuming members of Binasic to be fully grouped up to channel pretty much all of the big ult to actually chain right in.
All you need to do is just one big catch, and instantly the Insanity comes in with the Brilliance. That's just so much AoE damage here. And like I said as well, they don't exactly have the strongest of frontliners, and this is actually very easy for Tercemar to go in for the invade. But like I said as well, it's either Saber, it's either Kaja. It looks like it is going to be Binasic banging effect here that the Kaja is great for one-shotting Hayabusa or maybe even the Roger. So overall, a pretty balanced draft. But now, let me sum it up for you guys watching at home as well. The draft has been set. 10 players has picked their heroes. Best of 3 series is a mix and match here, and this opening first pick here, Binasic has drafted with Popo Koopa to go a little bit defensive, Ling to cut the back lines, Harley go for a pickup potential behind, Kaja to also catch Hayabusa. So they're looking for a little bit dive calm. Sylvana is in fact also going for catch potentials, but they will lose out a lot in the front lines fight. But from Team Tercemar, we have a wombo combo synergy playing around Atlas, Hayabusa with the split push, and Xbox being extremely annoying to buy time for Roger to come online. Overall, this is pretty much the summary here. Thoughts on this?
Yeah, I definitely think that there is a lot of good scalability on the side of Binasic as well. But do know for a fact that, you know, heading to the late game, it's all about pickoffs that will be able to result too much. But same goes to Tercemar, you know, like you will have a Lunok that's going to be hard hitting by that phase of the game. It's all about early game pressure and early game dominance. And speaking of dominance, look at the buff getting taken away. They won't be able to start off with the orange buff, so that forces Binasic to go in for a vertical jungling.
Yeah, and yeah, having the Xbox, you are going to be able to invade very, very easily here just because he is going to be able to sustain rather early, even though it's pre-1 with the meters as well as the batteries that's going to be constantly dropping by. But mirror matchup coming from Binasic and Tercemar, and there's nothing that Tercemar can do about it here. So that's going to be orange, but lures the way just because of how mobile the Roger can be. But at the same time, the contest continues. Nice flame shot coming from Changu to just stop this aggression. But to start things off here, Tercemar, they will lose out on the orange buff. So that's going to be very, very unfortunate coming from Claudia.
Well, I do think that it is still going to be a very good recovery because they did steal one away. Painflix, though, just slowly sliding aside. Dodges a huge bullet at the very least. So, very equivalent start, very equivalent finish as well. Tornado goes in for a dive. Here comes the Tempest of Blades. Anabai goes down. First blood for Binasic.
Yep, 30 game going to show you that he can also play a Ling, and meanwhile that's actually happening as well. They do dominate his way just because this Ling has a better start, whereas you can see Claudia, she's level 3, doesn't have orange buff, she's under level here just because of that invade coming from Binasic just kind of cost them the orange buff down bottom. So this is going to be a very, very rough one, but this turtle is what they need right now. Both teams need the retribution, but Claudia gets it, so that's going to be level 4 for her, and she's looking to party. So 30 Gaming missing the mark on that end, but that's going to be Tercemar redeeming himself for that farm. So that's going to be a little bit of comebacks, but on a bike here, going to be backing out for now.
Okay, right now on a bike, just goes in for some of the shreds of the waves. Slowly getting back on towards the side of this Kaja that's currently all alone. It's going to be very hard to actually set up a dive over on the bottom portion of the map, judging from the fact that Divine Judgment is going to be left available. So most often than not, what you don't want to do is just to look to punish maybe the Sylvana, but if she comes in with the Imperial Justice, it's not going to be all too easy. 30 though. Wow, my goodness, just look at the Fatal Links crashing on top of the tree as the rest of them just get blown up. It's 3 in the back for Tercemar, and when they hit the Horus.
Yeah, and wow, that was a very, very good catch here. He waited for a right moment, knowing that somehow the Link's habit is going to be able to use that block. And he waited for a right moment, and as soon as Link came in, pops the Fatal Link, catches not one, but multiple heroes on top of that. And that's going to be a very, very nice wombo combo coming to Tercemar, immediately skyrocketing the economy with a 3K lead.
Oh boy, and that itself has given a little bit of a spike coming in from Claudia's Roger. Now that she's gotten her first kill, same goes to the Hayabusa alongside with the Linux. Now a little bit of exchange going on over a mid side, but no casualties thus far. 20 seconds on the clock eventually. That's where they will want to actually set up their position. But speaking of which, that's going to be the Divine Judgment already pulling Anagal. But that should just be it, as he had his Farragut armor being popped, giving him a little bit more room to his.
Oh, Anapapa with the flicker one! Fatally catches on 230 is gonna be pulled in, but Changu instantly get burst down. Tempest Blade being forced out as well, and Claudia is gonna be the sole objective here. But can she survive? Yes, she can. She's got the damage, and she's gonna get her regeneration. 3-0-0. She is so strong right now from Tercemar, and Binasic will lose out in this wombo combo.
Wow, what a playmaker coming in. Anapapa as well as Claudia working in tandem to be able to shut them down. But Binasic now just getting shunned aside. They just go back to the drawing board, go into recuperate with the farm. But Tercemar once again, they will challenge over onto the turtle that's on up over on the lower side. Good news is that Papa doesn't really have the Fatal Links to be up online. Gowl though. Okay, there is a little bit more room. There's no dive coming in for the Kaja, so they are safe. Gal goes in to purchase the Immortality, Turtle being taken up as well. 5 minutes into the game, and we are seeing that 3,000 in difference is making a significance.
Yep, Anagal now is gonna try and back out of this fight. Doesn't want to waste the Immortality yet, so that's gonna be A-okay for him. Meanwhile, they are gonna be a little bit invades here coming over purple buff. They want to deny the link from any sort of purple buff, and you can see the dive comes in at 30 Gaming instantly gets focused down with the Hayabusa. Nothing much could have done here, but it seems to me the Salvage Plan is going to be trading tier 2 down top. So that's going to be Tercemar going for the aggression here, looking for a little bit of fight, but unfortunately say they do not want to overextend this stage. But so far, Anapapa has been really spot on with his Fatal Links here. It looks like they are looking to party as well. 2v3, them against the wall. Is this going to be the play? They are going to try and go to invade as well. You can see Anapapa going for the setup. Unfortunately, they do not want to challenge this, but on the sides as well, a solo kill coming in from Anapolos.
Oh boy, a lot of action going down over across the map. 7-2 is the score. Now they already picked over the mid side in exchange for the top portion of the tart. But Anapolos will be able to secure one as well. So this is where things get a little bit more interesting. Changu, Honda Beast, and the rest, they are in position, forcing out the Order of Brilliance. But Honda Beast, he's not going to be revealing all too much. So I wonder what's in store for us eventually.
Yeah, and Anabite now, you know, with this Hayabusa who's constantly being able to actually trace onto the Chang'u, they need to figure a way to shut him down. And we talked about having the Kaja is a great pickup, but unfortunately he can't seem to actually find any sort of opportunity here. Anagao now going for the boot, fatally comes in, but is this the wisest choice here? The Kaja is gonna get focused down. The Hayabusa with OK Shadow give just enough damage to shut him out. And that's gonna be him for the Gao. But Claudia, she's all by herself, gets dived in, overconfidence coming in. That's gonna be Binasic trading out for the jungler, and that's gonna have a little bit more time for Dirty Gaming, as the turtle needs to be secured by this link.
Binasic finally finding a little bit of an opening room. They should be able to actually secure this turtle without too much problem, but Anapolos comes in from the back. Meanwhile, Papa is just moving along the side to Tercemar, trying to actually look for another huge blow, and this might just be that sort of setup here. And Honda Beast is coming right in. Here it comes. The Tempest of Blaze dropping right across, but that is Papa being shunned off. 1 HP left. He did not even get his chance to really pull them all the way back. On a bike, though, they have to fall across. But Binasic, you know, that was a very strong exchange, and they still secured the buff overall.
Agreed here, but on the top side, 30 Gaming with the link level 9. I'm quite worried for Binasic. He managed to recall. That was so close of Yuri. Oh, things would have went south if she could not get the recall. However, fortunately for him, it is not over yet. You know, 30 Gaming, he needs the purple buff, and currently without it, Ling is not going to be able to be as nimble as he can. And now Yuri gonna go for the push as well. And Sylvana is gonna try and sustain his way through. She is gonna be there alive, and that's gonna be an overcommit. But Anapapa looking for the fight, but is it worth it? But Anapolos on the bottom side gets Divine Judgment caught, and that's gonna be a trade coming in. But that's the thing. look at this. Claudia, she's got the double buff. She's knocking out of tier 3. They need to go in for the defense, and Yuri is going to be the first one to get stunned as well. Ana Papa does not have immortality. He's just waiting for the right moment here. He's forcing some sort of rotation, but eventually waits it out, flickers out of there. It's going to be A-OK. Space created because that's going to be the bottom side completely lost out.
Yeah, they're trying to actually fight fire with fire at the very least. Binasic just making sure that they shove over bottom side. But then again, they didn't manage to land any sort of blow on towards the inhibitor. Meanwhile, Tercemar so far can definitely take it. Maybe a little bit of a slower tempo. Now that the Lord's going to be up. Oh, bad place to be. Ana Papa goes down. And this is where I talk about that late game potential, right? Like Binasic, they should be able to actually scale very well. And there's no place for the Atlas. Meanwhile, Ana Gaul just losing a little bit of armory. It should be just about fine. Having a little bit of regen while Ana Bike's waiting for a flank. Divine Judgment is available for the Kaja. Wow, Claudia left out all alone. 30 Gaming going through for the chase. And she gets spotted out. Here comes a forced fight alongside with the Blade of Tempest being dropped right in. Secured the kill as Painflakes will be able to take this one down. But what is the rest of Tercemar going to be up to? They're going to be hunting out for on Yuri as well. Flicker being popped up in the last insanity will be able to secure it. So Binasic, they go blood for blood alongside with Tercemar.
Ana Papa tries to go for the fatal links. Unfortunately, misses the mark. That's going to be a full disengage coming from Binasic. As Claudia actually getting caught out. That's a big catch coming from Binasic. Means that the turtle's going to be out for grab. But Ana Polo is doing a little bit of damage here. Painflakes actually needs to back out of the fight. Honda Beast as well needs to disengage from this fight completely. Lord control is still in the hands of Tercemar, so nothing lost that too much yet. But 30 Gaming stealing the purple buff here. Is going to challenge against Claudia again. Does she have the damage? Unfortunately, she will time it out here coming from 30 Games. So that means no purple buff coming in from Roger. But Anabai, on the other hand, on the bottom side, actually getting caught out by Painflix as well as Chang'e. So no Hayabusa in the process.
Seal.
Do they want to fight this here? But Anapolo's, oh no, reviewed his position.
Oh, that was tough. I mean, he could have actually rushed right in, but then again, you look at the rest of Binasic, they're not that far away. Even if they were to clash, that's going to be a very huge risk to take. All they want to do is get into the right position for this Lord that's going to be spawned up. So, 11 minutes of play. Ana Papa once again. What is he doing?
Oh no, he's going to try to have the Fatal Links. He still has it here. Warps himself up, but he's going to be all by himself. That's going to be a not good attempt from him here, as Binasic has pretty much prepared themselves for them. Now, with the Divine Judgment already helping them, Ana Gao going to be zoning out with the last Insanity. Can they go in for the contest here? No, they cannot. That's going to be Binasic securing the Lord. Ana Bai tries to go in for the steal, but Ling is there. Goes in for OK shot. Is it going to be enough? Just enough damage. What a clutch coming from Ana Bai. That means Ling is out. That's going to be free reign coming from Tercemar. They lost the Lord, but they won the fight, and they will try and redeem themselves here. Painflakes looking for the fight. Does have a Divine Judgment. Blows out towards Ana Bros, and that's going to be just enough damage to take him out. As Binasic has been trading blows for blows, but the Lord is going to be pushing from the bottom side from Binasic as Ana Go tries to steal and zone them out. Wow, Claudia is stealing the orange buff.
Such a pixel-perfect catch coming in from Binasic 2 times in a row. First, the OG Shadow kill. The second one with Painflakes just going in for one of the biggest fishing rod of the bait. And now, Anabai trying to deal with the Lord all alone, and the rest of the members of Binasic, they're making sure that they escort this Lord all the way in towards the inhibitor at the very least. But I think it's definitely very hard to do, especially this is still what level 1 Lord is not going to be walking all too fast. But here comes the big team fight where they do have the Roger going in for the pounce. That's going to be 1 kill secured up top of Painflakes. Meanwhile, the Harley drops as well. Chang'e is the next one to fall. And Tercemar getting all these openings.
Ana Papa giving Painflix a taste of his own medicine here, and finally realizing that Painflix is the biggest threat coming from Binasic. So with them down means that's going to be opening for the back lines, actually going for the head-on commitment. 30 Gaming not in position going for the contest yet, so it's going to be the calm before the storm, as Claudia is level 15, out of control, looking for the fight against Yuri. Rui is there, he's going to get caught up as the Fatal Link doesn't connect here. Papa going to miss the mark, but it's not going to be needed for this fight, so that's going to be the Popo Kuba trap to finish him off. Anabai also going to be trying to go for the split push coming in from Tercemar, whereas Binasic still occupied this part. The Divine Judgment is going to catch solo. The Fatal Link comes in. It's going to be them dying in their vein as 30 Gaming not in the vicinity to provide any sort of assistance as they need to push out the wave.
The multi-ton coming from the Fatal Links, though, was spot on. Tangu, Yuri, as well as Painflix, or should I just say the two of them has been able to be caught out. Yuri now is back up online, but they do lose an inhibitor. Now, Binasic, they need to just really work it out, set a death brush if they really have to, just to get catches on top of Tercemar, and that's where maybe they stand a chance to really snatch the upcoming Lord that's coming up in a minute and a half. Meanwhile, Claudia and the rest taking the buff away, and Binasic is on the prowl.
The Brilliance comes in. They have to disengage. Binasic, they are going to go for the back lines to try and push off the waves. But as of now, Tercemar, they're actually winning on the split push potential. And just, you know, it's surprised to see that, considering that they don't exactly have very, very strong split push heroes. But just because of how quickly they've been clearing the waves with the help of Xbox as well as the Lunox and also the Hayabusa, it is actually helping in their favor. Whereas Binasic, they need to rely on this Kaja finding this opening pick. And currently, the opening pick should be Claudia. But after bringing out the first Immortality, this is going to be Tercemar, you know, playing a little bit safe. You know, they're hoping the fact that the moment they take down Painflix, the fight is pretty much 60% won in the hands of Tercemar.
Yeah, now Binasic's going to be marching over on the top quadrant of the map, hoping to secure the tier 2. It's already kind of brittle already. Oh, immediately he responded with the Divine Judgment. He should have seen that one coming.
Yeah, Claudia now 40 seconds on the sidelines means this is going to be Binasic going to be taking the jab at towards Lord. As you can see, they are going to go down towards the vicinity. Painflix going to be taking the long way out, but another setup coming again. They have the wombo combo. They've got Insanity, but they are going to check this brush once again because they've got caught multiple times this time. But Binasic doesn't want to take the risk. As you can see, the traps are constantly scouting the vicinity, but you can see Tercemar, all they are doing is just buying time, and Binasic is not taking the bait just because there is a tier 3 exposed up top. So the creep waves are still pushing on Binasic, but they need this Lord. Fantastic hold so far for Tercemar. Claudia going to be out for 5 seconds. The purple buff already secured for Binasic. Looks like 30 Gaming going to be scouting around, trying to find some sort of a backline fronts, and they can't seem to get any sort of information. But 30 Gaming, great game sense, actually takes the jungle away, but it's a small micro win. But as of now, Claudia's back. Looks like they have to back out. And ooh,
okay. A very smooth run overall. At least they don't really collide. And while 30 Gaming is just going to be scouting out a hit, there is members inside of Tercemar already lording around. And looking at this current situation, Anapol's also went into build that Immortality so that the Lunox can use Order of Brilliance.
Go.
Papa coming in with the Fatal Links, only catches on Koopa. Not really the right target though. There's no point actually taking down Koopa anyways. So, bait and switch is still going to be the case. Immortality for Anabite as well. They are going for full-fledged fight. Here comes Yuri getting in towards a really awkward position, but they are trying to line it all up, waiting for somebody to get the big pull. Now, Papa's going to be melted down. Last and Sand dropping in towards the back lines. Well, Apple's trying to fight right back. A lot of back and forth going on, and here comes the Order of Brilliance being popped right in front of Yuri. Meanwhile, they try to actually lock them down with the Imperial Justice, while Binasic still goes right in. The first kill comes true. Claudia's going to go down alongside with Yuri. It's going to be a 1-for-1. Yet again, going for a chase. This is where Painflix hopefully getting a double kill, and now they're suppressed. This is where Painflix goes down as well for a double in the hands of Anabai.
What a big catch coming in from the Ana Apollos, doing so much damage in that sense. And 30 Game without purple buff here, he's gonna get focused down. Anaga was also waiting there as well. Insanity comes in, tries to show them off, but Honda Beast is gonna be the one stranded here. Does he survive? But he cancels the turn recall again. Anaga does have the mortality, and he's gonna try to survive this here. And look at this, 30 Gaming is gonna try and man up this fight. Anabai is there. Who's gonna be taking the purple buff? Temple Split has been secured as well. Who's gonna get a purple buff? He's gonna fight as well. 30 Gaming steals it away, but the shadow kill actually bounced off the body of 30 Gaming. So that's going to be Binasic Gonna be somehow holding on, but a great catch coming from Painflix early on and prior to the fight, making sure that Claudia doesn't go out of control. They took out Claudia first and then went on to make a fight. But surprise, surprise, Tercemar, they're able to salvage the fight because their backup plan is Ana Polos, actually.
Yeah, overall, I think that was a very well-taken fight from both ends, and they understood the risk. They were definitely juggling with that sort of pressure, but nobody seems to be able to actually land their hands over on towards the Lord. While there is a split going over on top portion of the map, Binasic won't be able to actually do all too much. But here comes Order Prince and Lost of Fatalities only connects to Pain, but they do find a kill though. The rest of Binasic, they will have to fall back.
What a catch coming in because Painflix is down. Everyone from Binasic needs to back. Gobble comes in. He's swarming right into them. 30 Gaming is trying to sidestep his way through. Kenny survives. He goes into the Pixel, but the Hayabusa catches him. Binasic will lose 3. A great catch. Counter engagement coming from Tercemar. Responds, denying Painflix that divine judgment, and because of that, the tier 3s are exposed, and just like that, Binasic, they're getting swamped in, and Oshio Yuri tries his best to go with defense, but Tercemar, they're swarming their way in. There's nothing they could have done. Painflix is out, and that is going to be game 1 potentially. Yes, it is, and that's going to be Tercemar taking the first game in this best of 3 lower bracket fight.
Oh, okay, that was one.